Hello, Sagittarius. Welcome to Dove and Serpent Tarot. If Sagittarius is your sun, moon, or rising sign, this is your reading. Please hit the like button, leave a comment. Consider subscribing to the channel, especially if this reading resonates with you. And if there is anything you would like me to pray over or meditate upon or send positive energy toward, please let me know. Now, this is going to be a general reading, so try to be open and receptive to whatever may come through during our time together. I am merely the messenger, and I ask you to connect directly with each of these cards and use your own intuition to take you beyond the details that I might provide. And remember, Sagittarius, that the most important part of any tarot reading is you. And here we have a Two of Swords. Okay, interesting. That might involve some choice, some decision making. Let's put that into some context. It was very lovely water energy. Oh, a lot of good stuff here. Wow, this looks really, really nice. You know, I did a reading for Sagittarius earlier today, and for some reason the file on the camera got corrupted, so it was unusable. So here I am filming another Sagittarius, and I have to do Capricorn too, but filming another Sagittarius reading, and I've got to say, this looks infinitely better than the first one that we did. It seems like I, maybe just had some kind of energetic blockage, and it just was there for me to process that energy and that information so we could get to the really good reading for you, Sagittarius. So now we're going to select our mystery card, and this is one random card. We're going to put the frog right on top. We're not going to look at that until the very end. And hopefully that will tie everything together and, give us the confirmation that we need at the end of the reading. So let's take a look at what we have here. We see a lot of really fantastic stuff. As far as majors go, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 major arcana. Fire, we've got some fire over here, which is very interesting. It kind of connects with the Tower card, both this fire energy. And this is a lot of fire here. Now, water, of course, we have quite a bit of water. We have some air, not a lot of air, right? The air that we have this Gemini Lovers card, that's some air energy. We have the Aquarius Star card, that's air energy. And I kind of feel like there's a choice involved here. There's something that we have to decide upon. We have this wonderful Earth energy. Really very balanced. A lot of exciting cards. But what are we choosing from? What is the kind of crossroads that's before us? Are we in perhaps having to choose between the Star and the Lovers? It could be. It could be that we are perhaps coming to this realization that what we want deep down, or what we feel is our path, what we feel is meant for us, perhaps the universe is giving us a different awareness, a kind of a reality check. I wonder if this is us in some ways waking up to some kind of an illusion, perhaps. Maybe we've been mistaken in what we thought was our choice, what we thought was our path in life. Maybe we're being asked to see things from a more cosmic perspective rather than from this maybe an instinctual perspective. Maybe this is kind of our own personal desires. Maybe this is the will of the personality. Maybe this is the will of the higher self. Right? Maybe we are being asked in some ways to choose many different things. Maybe we are waking up to this a specific reality here. That Tower card at the end is really catching my eye, because that's a big change. That's a big wake-up call, right? It's not so much that we hear the alarm clock and we wake up and we can make our choices. That's a big event that is going to wake you up. It's like we don't get any pre-warning for that. That's a Tower event. I don't know if we want to get to this tower event, or maybe if we can discern some of this energy. If we can get maybe to this magician energy, this magus, this Mercury energy, maybe we can avoid the tower being too disruptive. I feel like there's a huge energy shift right now. Really huge energy shift. I don't know if you can hear the cricket. I think I have a cricket here. That's very good luck. Crickets are very good omens. But I see a lot of this water energy, and I see this earth energy. I wonder, too, if we are being asked to choose between the kind of the best life that we're envisioning, this kind of perfect life, the financial abundance, let's say, versus what's making our heart happy, right? Pursuing our bliss, pursuing our dreams and our goals. We have a 9, we have a 3, we have Mercury. This is a very powerful line of energy here. But it could be what we are contrasting that with vertically is our maybe conflicting desire to have this manifested specific life, this 10 of Pentacles life. Let's talk about the 10 of Pentacles and what it could be and how it might be contrasting with what we really are, maybe the water energy, The 10 of Pentacles is the picture of your best life. If I were to ask you to draw a picture of what that would be, or make a list. If you can't draw, I can't draw worth anything. What would your picture look like? What would you draw, right? I wish there was some way that we could share images on here with each other so that we can all kind of see what each other is drawing. I think that'd be kind of neat. I think I just revealed my age there. I'm sure there's a way to share images and stuff like that, but what kind of things would be in your picture? What would you draw? I feel like this is the earthy aspirations in life. What do we want? We want a house, we want a car, we want a family, we want a steady job, we want money, we want enough food, we want, all of these, I don't want to call them mundane, but more earthly things. Yeah. And this, I think, is at the top. This is, it's at the top of the path of the dove. So I feel like that is kind of our earthly aspirations of what we might want to attain, right? And I wonder if some of this is kind of what we feel maybe compelled to go after. These are the goals in life that we feel are the kind of expected goals, what is perhaps required of us, or the kinds of things that we should be going after. And these are very good goals. I think we all have similar. This is, in this sense, we'll all kind of draw the same things. Well, I want a stable income. I want enough food. I want shelter. I want my family to be healthy, all these things. These are very good choices. Very good choices. But I see that they are contrasted with something that's coming from this, this more spiritual water, this deeper place in you, right? A 9 of Cups here. Is this picture actually really fulfilling you? Is this what you truly want, right? Does this have enough of your creative fulfillment, your spiritual fulfillment? Right? The 9 of Cups is not just about being happy, not just about doing the things you enjoy. It's about pursuing the kind of life that really, really satisfies you, has a sense of importance and significance. Right? Now, the issue that I have with this is that I don't believe we have to choose. I don't believe that we have to pick between either of these. Who's to say that we can't pursue our earthly goals and our spiritual, divine, creative goals, right? And maybe that's what Mercury is all about. Because Mercury is that very fluid energy. This is the magician, right? This is the energy that can pull the rabbit out of the hat, that can take two seemingly opposing things and squish them together into one magic thing, whatever, right? The problem with Mercury is that you never know whether what it's creating is real or if it's an illusion. Are we living our best life? Are we pursuing our best life? Is it truly satisfying and meaningful? Or are we fooling ourselves? Is this wise magician really the fool? Wonder about that mystery card now. I think what we're waking up to, perhaps, if that's the star energy here, if this is the wake up, if this is, understanding and having that spiritual insight to reveal the true nature of our path, right? Of what we're committed to. The Lover's card down here is all about commitment, right? I put these in the wrong place. I didn't do that on purpose. But in some sense, I feel like these are interchangeable. The water is the motivation behind you. This is the pursuit of your bliss, the pursuit of your happiness. Yeah, if you get some really fine things on the physical plane, that's going to be good too. I think so much there's this disconnect between the physical and earthly and the spiritual life, right? And interestingly, usually it's the horizontal that is the physical life, and the vertical is the spiritual life. So maybe these two have been transposed. Maybe they should be in opposite places. But I think they're blended here together to show that this is all intertwined. That we're not here to separate these things. These cards are all coming together. The Lover's card comes together. The Two of Cups comes together. Mercury here is someone who can shift and adapt and blend things together, very fluid. And, well, we have all this water energy, which is fluid. So I don't know that the Two of Swords is really about choosing one path over the other, but getting a higher perspective to understand that we're not being asked to choose. That the choices that we make, right, the Lover's energy, what we choose to commit to, right, whether it's a person, whether it's your job or your career, your chosen field of study, all of the things in your life. These are the things that you want to achieve. This is you doing the work to achieve them. So these two have to match up. These two have to blend together. We need the Mercury energy so that we can find meaning and significant in what we do and do those things that we find meaningful and significant, you see. Because each one of these discs has to have a motivation behind it. Has to have one of these cups behind it, right? And I know it's 9 and then there's 10. Well, the 10 is the return to the unity anyway, right? It's the completion. It's the final state of things. Now, we're not going to get to absolute perfection, but we're going to get pretty close. So I think that's kind of the task before you right now, is to try to discover for yourself, discern and learn, right? Use the Two of Swords to ask yourself if the things that you do, the commitments that you've made, different areas of your life, at home, at work, personal, professional, romantic, all these things, spiritual, creative especially. Ask yourself if all of the things that you have committed to are meaningful and significant in your life, to your life. And I think that's how we can really make progress. I think this is meant to be a bit of an eye-opener. I think it's really, because, this is really the central air energy that we have. We have some spiritual air. This is the star, it's Aquarius, it's some air energy. It's coming in to influence the situation. It's saying, hey, there's something deeper going on in your life that you need to be aware of. You need to understand either that you can change your picture of your best life. You can change what these 10 pentacles are so that they match up with things that you find very significant, the motivations that you have. And this card is behind us, right? This is what is pushing us forward. This is the bliss, the love, the joy, following your bliss, pursuing your happiness. If we go up here and don't find what we're looking for, then these are empty shells. Right? Empty shells. So what we want to do is this 3 of Cups. See, I like this. We have a 2 of Cups. We have a 3 of Cups. We have both of these 2s, really. This is asking you, the universe, spirit is asking you to be this 2 of Cups, to look at your life, look at what you're doing. This is you living your life. You're committing to things. You're trying to find meaning in the things that you do. You're trying to do things that have meaning behind them. So, Spirit is just asking you to analyze that a little bit, to feel it. See if we can get everything in sync. We want everything really to be kind of like that. You've made your choices and you're creating your best life. You've got all of this wonderful water energy behind you. This is the creation. The 3 of Cups is the creation of joy and bliss and happiness. This is the celebration. This is what should be happening when you join with these things in your life. When you commit to each of these pentacles, there should be joy and bliss in this union, right? It is the tremendous light and heat that is emitted when these 2 elements come together and unite, right? If we're talking about chemical, I'm not a chemist or anything, but when 2 things come together, there's a third result. There's something that happens. There's that magic, that spark. And that's what we're looking for. We're looking to really find that synchronicity, that harmony with our own life, our own commitments. And that's the work of the magician. It is the magician that can produce that. Now, there's a lot of trial and error. Maybe we need the Tower energy. Because the magician isn't just, it's not only what you see on the stage. There are a lot of hours that go into what the magician does. There's a lot of experimentation, a lot of trial, a lot of error, a lot of stuff behind the scenes. And this is everything behind the scenes. This is you thinking and figuring out, trying to match, or kind of just playing the match game here between these 2, between the 9 and the 10. Because we want to create the magic that is this 3 of Cups. And the way forward is to be the magician, right? To do all of this work behind the scenes so that your forward-facing life, the life that you're living, the show that you're putting on, that you are the star of, give me star energy, see how I did that, that this is the show that you want to put on, to be a part of, that you're the lead actor of, But a lot of practice goes into it. There's a lot of, probably a lot of these Tower moments. A lot of having to tear things down and rebuild it. Right? We've got to strip the script down to just the kind of main plot points, and let's flesh it out again. So let's go to the path of the serpent. Because over here we've got the fire energy, the timing here. There really is this need for this wake-up call, because maybe we don't want this Tower. If we act now, this card's the position of your environment. It's kind of saying that, look, we need to take action in our life right now, because maybe some of these aren't matching up. Maybe there is 1 or 2 that are here that are just kind of dragging the whole show down. The time is now. We have to act. Right? We may think that there's already this harmony. See, we may be thinking 2 of Cups. This is your general energy. Maybe the 2 of Cups is saying, oh, well, everything's fine. Everything is kind of 1-to-1. Everything matches up perfectly. Spirit's asking you to take another look at things. Right? Because I think we need to take action now. We need to heed this wake-up call, this spiritual insight The star energy here is what we don't want, right? This is the position of what we don't. It's kind of the fear, the worry, the concern here. The concern might be that, oh no, I'm actually not fulfilling my true nature. I'm not being motivated by, I'm not living my life by these 9 cups. That there's something else going on that's kind of getting in the way of these cups, and I'm finding myself committing to things that don't actually fulfill me, that don't actually do anything for me. But this is the important realization. The star card always talks about some sort of spiritual realization, some insight. This is the wake-up call. Listen to this information, because on the other side of this is that Tower card. And the Tower card is the destruction of what we have built already that is working, that is harmonizing and resonating with us. So there's one little brick that's out of place. It's going to bring the whole tower down. It's going to bring the whole structure to a grinding halt. So we need a magician to get in there, revamp the show, tweak the script, rewrite certain scenes or certain lines or whatever, so we can get this celebration. We can get this show exactly how we want it to be, and we can avoid the tower energy, because this, I think, it would be a lot to rebuild this. This is all the way back down to 0, ground floor. We have to keep building it. We don't quite want to get here, I don't think. You know, there can be these adjustments here and there. We don't have to scrap the entire film and then, you know, rewrite it, reshoot it, do all this stuff. No, let's salvage what we can. There's 99% wonderful things here. There might just be maybe one thing that doesn't have its counterpart within you, right? There's one empty shell here, and it's our job to find the one empty shell before that shell weakens the entire structure. Yeah. Let's look at the mystery card now. I'm curious. I hope it's not the Fool card. I want perhaps a 10 of Cups or a 9 of Discs, something maybe to show the harmony that's going to be reestablished between these two. But I think we need to listen to this star energy. I think this is kind of it's trying to give you a pre-warning to this tower event, right? This is hopefully enough of a nudge from the universe that we can take action now to avoid that. Let's see the mystery card. Oh, it's the star again. Beautiful. The star card, yes, this is confirming what I just said, that this is the nudge, hopefully, that you need to start looking at this before it's too late, before we get to the tower, right? We have to listen. We have to open our hearts, our minds, our perception, open the third eye. This is the third eye. This is the realization that it's not asking, right? This is, you're prying it open, right? There's my Tool reference. My daily Maynard Keenan reference, if you will. It's not asking. This is the universe asking. It's saying, hey, if you don't mind, can we take a look over here? If we ignore this, then no more asking. The universe is just going to do what it needs to do, right? So we got to take a look at everything. And I think the timing is now. We've got this card. There is a sense of urgency here, all right? Now we're going to do an extended reading, Sagittarius. If you would like to stick around, just click right up there. That'll give you access to everything. I want to thank you for being here. Please hit the like button, leave a comment, subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet, all right? Thank you so much for letting me read for you, and thank you for being the most important part of Dove and Serpent Tarot.